Hello,
Hey, Lavinia, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. So welcome in. This is the one-on-one SAT call. That's what you signed up for, right?
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah. Sorry, how do I pronounce your name? I don't want to like mess it up.
Oh, that's correct. It's Lavinia.
Lavinia. Okay. Thanks. So yeah, this is gonna be like a really casual conversation, not formal at all. I'm just gonna run you through like what your score goal is, your dream score, and how we can get you there. Cool?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So Lavinia, tell me, like, what are you aiming for?
So I'm aiming for a pretty high score. I guess 1500 is the dream. And I feel like I can get there if I do study consecutively. However, I obviously have been struggling to reach that score, but I think I haven't my study plan I started like Monday. That's when I officially have been working for a week, I guess starting then. And I think in the past I never like formally sat down to actually study for it. So that's why I never met my I guess my dream score. But that is the dream, the 1500.
1500. Cool, cool, cool. And you said you start on Monday?
Yeah, on Monday. That was like, I guess I've been studying every day since Monday. And obviously in the past, I like tried to make study plans, but it never like really worked out.
Okay, I see that. So what have you been doing since Monday? I'm just curious on where you started.
So Monday, I took a practice test, and because in the past I have already taken them, so I took one that I already taken because I think recently Blue Book uploaded two new exams, 5 and 6. I wanted to keep those for the future, so I started with I think practice test 4, and then the next day I went over all the questions I got wrong, and then Wednesday. I basically just started doing a bunch of practice problems. I found out about the SAT bank and I was just doing all the problems that are like difficult. And I could think for me, it's actually been going pretty well. I'm usually just very anxious when I take exams, so that definitely affects the way like I guess like my score. And but when I'm more relaxed and I just take the time to actually figure it out, I can usually figure it out because I go to a pretty advanced school. So that's why like the fact that like I was doing pretty bad on the SAT was like stressing me out because everybody else wasn't. But I think it's also this whole like test anxiety that definitely like makes my score worse.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. Okay. So for that practice test you took on Monday, or sorry, yeah, a week ago, how exactly did you do on that? Like, do you know the score?
Yeah, I didn't do great. I got a 1280, but I also during it I did get distracted because my brother came in my room and all that, so I didn't get to do like a few of the math problems, like at least like 7, which I think that's actually like a lot of problems. Yeah. So, but then when I actually went back, because then I sat down and I was like, okay, I didn't get to do these problems, so let me just do them right now, put a timer, and see how I would have done. And I actually did do pretty well on them. And I think for me, I do understand the concepts. It's just that sometimes it's hard to figure out how to approach the question, or like maybe things don't click as fast for me at times. So that's like why I'm struggling.
Yeah, okay, okay. So it's like not clicking and being anxious during the test.
Mhm.
Perfect. So do you know when your next test is planned for? Like when you're gonna do it?
Yeah, so I couldn't get the August test. So I'm taking it in October. And I'm actually pretty happy because that gives me 2 months. And I think in 2 months I can definitely see a lot of improvement.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I see October test, you're trying to increase by about 220 points to that 1500. And you're already pretty consistent. That's really good. And for that practice test as well that you took on Monday, do you remember the score split for math and English? That'll help me out.
Yeah, let me see. I think I have it over here. It's
Okay.
my I think it was roughly pretty even no for me. So I definitely do like the humanities more. And I at school I do usually I guess so basically I go to this school that's very advanced. I've already taken calculus, stats, all of that. So this math is supposed to be pretty easy, but a lot of the times for me, I just don't even understand what it's asking. And I think that's a problem with the SAT. And for the English portion, I also took AP Bio, and AP Bio was probably one of my worst exams. Like I got a 3, so it isn't like the best score out there. However, I obviously still did pass, so I was like fine with the score. But I've noticed that a lot of them SAT questions, at least for the English section, they're like the AP Bio exam. And that's what I struggle with a lot. I think it's a science text. Because, like, for me, I guess STEM doesn't click as easily, but then usually, like, the literature passages and, like, philosophy and all that, that's what I like, and art, and that's usually pretty easy for me. It's just the more, like, sciencey stuff that I tend to struggle with.
Yeah, I can tell. You have a lot of pictures around you. They look
Yeah,
really
a
cool.
lot of art. And that's why
Okay.
I have a lot, like, my GPA is pretty high, and like I have good extracurriculars. I'm a pretty good writer. So for me, it's just the SAT. It's the one thing like pushing me backwards. And I just really want to like do good because, I've done good in like my math classes at school, but then it's like, I also was really good at pre-calc and algebra, but then it's just, I don't understand why the SAT is like so difficult for me. And it's like,
Yeah,
I don't understand why. So it's like,
I get you.
obviously it's annoying, right?
Of course. No, if you're already good at reading, I'll just tell you right now, reading is way harder to improve than English, sorry, than math. And so if you're already good at English, like that whole section, this is really good because math is like it's just you need to learn a formula and then you automatically get like five different answers right. So it's so simple.
Because for
So
me,
simple.
it's but just the SAT reading and writing portion is also pretty hard. So that's why, because a lot of it is the science text, and those I'm pretty bad at. I think it's the I forgot what they're called. I was doing like the SAT bank practice questions yesterday, and there's like a specific section name, but usually for the literature passages and the grammar, obviously those sometimes I get those wrong. It just really depends, but I think if I do brush up on my like grammar rules, I could be fine. It's just the science passages and the graphs that do get me sometimes, because it just, there's like that science aspect, that math aspect that just doesn't click for me. But so I got a 670 for reading and writing, which isn't that good, and then a 610 on math.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So I see. So your weakness is definitely in math then.
Mhm.
Okay, I see. Yeah, no, again, like I said, this is actually really good because math is really easy to improve compared to English.
Okay.
Um, Most of our students, it's actually the opposite. They're actually horrible at English, but their math is really good. So they take a little more time to improve, but this is really good. I'm actually really happy that that's the truth. Okay, so yeah, I mean, just based on what you're giving me so far, I think like where you're aiming for is 100% possible. Um, just one more thing though, because this one's kind of important. How much time per day would you say you have to like be able to study until the test?
Actually, I've been dedicating a lot of my time to the SAT, so I think roughly 2 hours every day, because I end school at 1 now, because senior is a little different. Um, so I think I have enough time, at least now, because college applications, I'm probably gonna get more stressed when I'm deeper in the year. But now I think I've like, I guess 2 hours, that's like an estimate, I think. Maybe some days less, obviously, but I think 2 hours is what I wanna aim for.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, that's exactly what we need. So yeah, like I said, like 100% you can get the score you want. Like this is gonna be really simple. It's a very straightforward path. But do you mind if I show you like how exactly we increase scores? Because I think this will help you out.
No, yeah, please. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Let me pull that up for you. So I'm gonna share my screen here. I'll also like drop a link in the chat for you. So let me do that. Okay. Can you see my screen right there?
It says you're sharing screen. Oh yeah, okay, now I can see it.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, this is where we host everything. It's on this website. It's called school.com. And so we have a lot of like live classes, all our courses, everything that you need to get to your score goal, which is 1500. And so this is just the front page. If I send you the link, this is the only thing you have access to, but I'll show you like everything behind the scenes. So first we got calendar. And so this is gonna be like your most important part to be able to improve your score. And so how most tutoring works is that, they have like maybe a class every week, maybe like two a week, right? It's not a lot because people need consistency to be able to improve. And so how we work is we do live classes every single day. So I'm talking like Monday to Monday, there's gonna be two classes every day. So if you're already consistent, like this is perfect. You can just slide it into your schedule. And are you Eastern time zone? Do you know which time zone you're in?
Yes, it's the mountain time. I think that's what it's called. It's like Arizona, so
Arizona. Okay. What time is it for you right now?
it's 1:42 p.m.
142. Okay, so you're 3 hours behind. Okay, cool. So yeah, right now it's 4:42 for me. So if we look at this, all the classes for you, so we have at our 5 p.m. So for you at 2 p.m., we have a math section. So the one you want to attend, it's like right after school ends at 1 o'clock. And then at 7 p.m., so 4 p.m. for you, we have an English section, uh, live meeting. And so again, those two every single day, like you can see over here, for all of August, right? All of September, all of October, like it just doesn't end. It just keeps on going. So a lot of live classes. By your October test, you'll have well over like 150 classes you can go to. So a lot. And this alone, when students come to it, just by coming to these, you'll probably improve by 100 points just by coming here. And everybody else in here is aiming for the exact same goal as you, which is 1500 plus. And so it's like a great community. Everybody's trying to help each other. It's amazing. And so yeah, that's kind of how the live classes work. But do you have any questions about the lives? Because it's like a huge topic.
So, I can still access so what if I don't join the live directly? Can I still access like a video or?
Oh yeah, I was about to show you that. So we record literally every single meeting. So you have access to all the past meeting recordings and the ones that we're gonna have in the future. So I'll show you here. So all of these, like these ones are the ones you haven't seen yet. You'll be able to watch all of these, whichever topic you suck at. So you're talking about one of the topics you weren't great at, from the question bank. So that's probably one of these, and I'll show you how we can figure that out. But let's say it's this one, circles. Let's say you suck at circles. So now you it's perfect, right? So recording's right here. You click on it, and it's like the full recording for that whole practice set. So you can see this is the full live meeting. It's how it works. And you can also check out the week before for that. So you can look for day 10 circles over here. You have access to every single one. But does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. Yeah. So every day is a different topic you can see. Monday is like linear equations. Tuesday is linear functions. So you come to the ones where you know you need help. You don't have to come to all of them. I would say if you want to get 1500, I would say come to all of them, but it's not necessary. Come to the ones where you know, like, I suck at this problem. I need to go into this one.
Mhm.
And so you can see like different topic every day for math, same thing for English. So central ideas, inferences, all that kind of stuff. So it's all laid out. But how does that sound to you? Just having live classes like every day?
Oh yeah, it sounds really good because I need that consistency, and I feel like if I do SAT problems every day, so I constantly am going over different concepts. I think that does sound really great. And really quickly, so the live sessions, what are the problems like? Are they difficult questions, easy questions?
Yeah, so I'll run you through how that works. Pretty much we start off the section really easy to just see like, okay, what are the people like? How are they answering, right? People based on the call. And then based on how people do on that, then we move on to like maybe a medium one. Or sometimes we go straight to hard because sometimes we evaluate like what type of people are in there. Do we know what their skill level is? And then we start from there. But usually it's hard questions because everybody in there is pretty high up.
Okay.
So you'll be doing pretty hard questions. Actually, I can here. You know what? Let me do this for you. So do you know which topic you're bad at? Like which topic you're bad at in
I'm
math?
not sure, but yesterday, let me see. I think I was struggling on this. It's like the word problems.
Word problems. Okay.
Like specifically, let me see. It was. I think it was like maybe like the problem solving and data analysis part, or like algebra. It's not exactly algebra. Um, it's like these word problems where it makes you create, I guess, like what is it like system like a system of linear equations,
Yeah.
but complicated ones, not the easy ones. So it's like
Okay.
it always tricking you with like little details in the question.
I get you. Okay. So here, you can save this to your computer. So this is exactly like this is one of our live sessions, which I'm sharing with you. It's like just like copy that, save it somewhere. You can check this out. That one will help you out just for fun, just to give it to you. But yeah, that'll kind of show you exactly how our meetings work. So it'll run you through it and exactly how it goes. And yeah, it's like a full session. So it's the exact copy you just talked about. Just to see like how our classes are like. But yeah, we usually do harder questions. So everybody's challenged. But yeah, that's mainly the live meetings. And I'll show you like the courses real quick because this is the thing that's going to get you what you want. And so we have two main courses here, math section walkthrough and English. Now, if you want a 1500, I'm going to put you through both of these. But we're going to start off with math because that's your weakness. So pretend I'm Lavina, right? I'm starting this course. Let's go first here to. So how this course works, every day has like a little bit of work, maybe like 45 minutes, 60 minutes, depending on how much you want to do. Usually takes about an hour for everyone. And you can see over here, we kind of laid it out. So first you build, the first week is building foundations, like seeing what you suck at, seeing where you're bad, all that kind of stuff. Week 2 to 3 is looking at those weaknesses and practicing it over and over and over. And then week 4, we make sure everyone's perfect, they execute properly, um, and they get the highest score they can. And so for everyone that's taken the course so far, their high score increase was usually during the last 2 weeks. So it's near like the end of the course. And
Mhm.
so I'll run you through how it works. So you can see over here, every day, again, like I said, a little bit of work. Here's like a task. So pretending I'm you, let's say it's week 1, day 1, we're starting today. We click on this, practice test 1. We go through, and this is like a full practice test. So you can see it starts off really easy. It's like I can look at this and solve it. And then you go down and it starts getting harder and harder. So here's a little harder question, right? Then you go down all the way to the bottom. It's like, what is even going on? So it starts getting really hard. So yeah, it's like the real test. It gets harder as you go down. There's even a module 2. I gotta answer it. But yeah, like a real test. But let's say you go through this test and you get like so you get question 19 wrong. So circle A, this question right here, right? This is really good because now we can go back and in day 2, week 1, day 2, it's a few tasks, watching over the practice test, seeing how to do it. But there's also a PDF. And on this PDF, we match a topic to every single question in that test. And
Oh,
so, yeah, so it's like you always know which topic you're bad at. So we see question 19. We go here. Let's look for question 19 in section 1. So it's here. Okay, so we know question 19. It's pretty obvious, but it was a circles question, right? So it's all laid out for you, written down so you know what to work on. And so you come back, we have a bunch of practice question sets, over 2,000 practice questions. You go through, look for, okay, here's circles. Click on it. These are all circles questions. So you just run
oh,
through it, work on all the circles because now we know you suck at that, right? And
mhm.
so now you can access that. But does that kind of make sense how that works?
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. And even through that, like now you know you're bad at circles. Okay, let's see when the next circles meetings is. So I think that would be the next week. Here somewhere. Circles, perfect. So I know Wednesday, August 21st, I want to go to this meeting because this is the circles meeting right here. And if you suck at circles, come to the math meeting recordings, check out the circles recording, right? And everything's laid out. It's all organized. So you know what you need to access every single time. Exact same thing for English, like test, the PDF, you know which practice questions to go through. But how does that sound right
That
there?
sounds really great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all laid out for you. But it's a really nice way. I think, like I said, we literally guarantee 150 points in about 2 months. And so like if you don't get a 1430, then like we refund everything to you. Like we give everything back. Because we're like, that's how much we believe in how what we do.
Oh,
It's like
wow.
it will work for you. Um,
So, would you say, because I know 1500 does sound like a dream, but do you think it is possible to go from, I guess, that low of a score to that high of a score?
you said you're 1280, right?
1280, yeah.
Okay, I'll show you something real quick. So there's one girl. Her name was Camille. And so Camille started with us she started in June. So she joined us about like mid-June-ish. So
Mhm.
now it's about mid-August. So it's been about 2 months. And so she started at a 1210. So yeah, over here she's talking about it. Oops. When I took the SAT in June, I scored a 1210 with a 630 on reading, a 580 on math. So her weakness was also math, you can see. So she was strong in reading, just like you. And so after about a month of being with us, but you can see she posted 15 days ago. Today she took practice test 5 and scored a 1360 with a 630 on reading and 730 on math. Now this was just a month later, right? Now it's been an extra month. And so she made a post recently doing another test. So she went from 1210 to 1360 in a month. And just about in 8 days ago, she took another test
Oh, wow.
and then she got to a 1490.
Wow.
So in 2 months, she went from, you can see her last score, she got 1360. She started off at 1210 on her actual SAT, and now she's at a 1490. So
Oh, yeah.
she started lower than you, and she's at the score you want. So
Yeah.
I think for you, if you follow the system like she did, she just stayed consistent with everything I showed you. She
Mhm.
was able to get to that really high score. And so it is 100% possible for you.
Okay,
Of
thank
course. Yeah, we have so many other examples. Like I'll just run you through them. Here's like, I think we have. what's his name? Daniel. We have him pinned here. So we pinned his results. Daniel increased by 160 points in 12 days. So starting off, if we start at,
Wow,
yeah, he's
that's
crazy. So he started off, I think, at 14 or no, 1380. Yeah, started off at 1380. And just in 12 days, he just studied consistently, came to all the live meetings. Now he's at 1540. And
that's
so 100%, like it's all possible for you.
possible. Thank
Of
you. And how
course.
exactly do I register for this organization?
Yeah. So I'll drop the link in the chat for you. There you go. So if you want to sign up, you just sign up right when you pay. I'll be able to hop on a call with you. I'll get you started right away. Make sure we don't waste a minute because you don't have time until your test.
Yeah,
And yeah, I'll get you started right away.
thank you.
Of course.
Talk to my parents today and I guess tell them what the organization is about and I guess run them through the details and then I will let you all know.
Of course. Yeah. And if you don't like it, like if you sign up and you're like, hey, I don't like this, then within 7 days, like we refund everything. We don't even ask questions. We just give it back.
Okay,
So I would say like that's a risk-free option for you to if you like to do that.
okay.
But
Thank you so much.
yeah. Is there any questions that you have? Because there's a bit more I wanted to show you, but if you don't, like let me know.
Oh no, I mean yeah, I'd be willing to see more if that's enough. If
Oh yeah,
that's
there's quite a bit more. Um, one of these is like I think people love the most. I'll just quickly run you through. One of them is you get one-on-one texting access to like all the tutors, plus all the students. And so if you ever got a question, like you can see I talk to all the students here. So always asking them like, hey, how are things going? Let me know how your test is, all that kind of stuff. But if you ever have a question, like you just screenshot it or you just text me, and within like by the end of the day, I'll be able to help you out. And
okay.
so it's just a very supportive community. Same with all the tutors. You can text all the tutors. They can all help you out, give you resources that you need to get ahead. And so, yeah, it's just a very supportive community. You can see over here, this is also community section. People make
Yeah,
posts and all that.
I
It's
saw
like,
all the replies and comments.
yeah, yeah. So like over here, he made like a whole English guide on what he does. And then some people get like 800s. Here's another person. Here's someone else's score results if you're curious. But yeah, like people like give results. Here's someone like extra resource for SAT prep, right? Um, so everybody's like really helpful, really useful. There's another one in a week, 130 points. So yeah, I mean, if you ever want to share something, everybody's super nice. You can text them too. You have texting option with them. So if you see someone who has like a 1600, we have a few 1600 people in here. Just text them like, hey, how'd you even get there? Then they're really nice. They'll be willing to help you out. So super nice
Yeah,
community.
because I've been because you know on TikTok I found out about this organization through the SAT ACT guy. I think that's
Yeah.
his TikTok username. But he also hosts a bunch of live sessions and I think after like an actual SAT exam. He, I think he's there to like support students because a lot of the times they make it a lot harder than the practice test they give. I heard that I took the SAT I think in March around that time and I think it was the first digital SAT actually. So I don't know when that was. And the math questions got like really hard at the end. It was like all these advanced geometry questions and like I think none of us expected to see that because it was so different from the practice test. So my question is do you all have like really difficult questions that could like obviously like not the exact questions that would pop up on the SAT but questions that could like match the level of the actual SAT?
Yeah. No, it actually does match the questions on the SAT. Like it's literally like it's stuff that you would see. I'll show you real quick. Here's some of the questions. So let's say you said geometry, right? So let's go like area and volume. So here's like, so it starts off easy, right? So this is like pretty simple, just area for rectangle. But then as you go down, like it starts getting harder and harder. So here's one question for like a triangle that might take some time to do.
Hmm.
Um, here's another one. So they do get harder as time. I would say, depending on how you do on R's, if you're getting perfect scores on these, then you'd probably be at around a 1500 marks or 1550-ish from experience. And so, yeah, I'd say we're pretty close. I'd say we're like 80%. So 80% of what you get on this is what you actually get on the actual score. So if you're aiming for like a 1600 and you get everything perfect, then you would get probably about like a 1550 on the actual test, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's kind of a way you can calculate just from experience.
And then, so for these questions over here, like especially the geometry ones, so if I get them wrong, all the tutors can see that, right? Like they'll
Yeah.
know which questions I get wrong. Okay. And then so if I get a lot wrong, there's like no like embarrassment. Like, or should I be embarrassed or because like
No,
I feel like that's, I mean, I'm probably gonna start off getting like a lot wrong because like yeah, I saw the questions, they did look kind of hard, like especially the last ones, but that is good because I'd rather do very difficult questions than very easy ones and feel confident. Because I feel like that's what happens a lot of the times. The problems tend to be easier, so then I feel confident, but it's like this false confidence.
yeah, I get you. I'll tell you this girl, Camille. So Camille, she started off really low. So you can see, I'll show you some of her scores. Some of them she did like so bad. And she would tell me like, "Oh my God, I did so bad. Like I'm so scared." Like I'll try to find one where like it was on math because on math she was horrible. Trying to find some here. Um, she started improving a lot because she came to all the lives. But like here's this one. Like she got less than a 50%. You can see over here. Like she got 9 out of 19. But she's not embarrassed. You saw her results. Like she
Yeah,
went up to 12, like 1210 to 14.9. Everyone here is just like you. Like they're all trying to improve. They all know that some people aren't that great at it because they themselves are at that point. And so everyone is going through that. It's like I'm doing horrible, but they all share it with each other. And we all work together. So I text her after this. I'm like, hey, like, do you want some extra help on circles? And she's like, yeah, sure. And then I gave her like a little thing. And people are very supportive. Like,
that's
I'll
great.
show you here. I think someone a few days ago needed help really badly on English. So we have this one girl, she's amazing. Um, like here's like people post like, hey, help someone help explain this question. Just made a random post. This girl Hala, she's so nice. So she'll like DM you, she'll like make full responses like, here, I'll try explaining it for you, like and then explain the whole thing. Um, and then a few more like here's another one. So Anya, she didn't know how to do this math question at all. She was just so confused. And she posted it, and Hala, same girl, came in. She's like, okay, let me do it on paper and show. And then she made like a full like explanation on paper. She saw it for her, took a picture, um, like showed all
Um,
that stuff. She drew it all on Desmos. Like she's just super nice.
yeah.
So they're all very sweet. Yeah, I'd say if you do join, like text her. She's also aiming for 1500. She started at 1200 too.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, they're all really, really sweet. So there's no embarrassment at all. Everybody's really nice.
Because my goal is definitely I want to try to get that 1500 by October, but if that
Of
doesn't
course.
happen, I think I'll take it because the thing is early. I think its early decision is November 1st. So
Yes.
obviously by then I wanted like a 1500, but if that doesn't happen, I'll probably just do early like just normal decision and wait for my November SAT score because I've only taken it once and then my second time would be in October. And I mean, I hope that my last time will be in November. But obviously, I think if I want to apply early to a college, I obviously would like to have a high SAT score beforehand. But if that is impossible, I'm fine with that because I'd rather have a good SAT score to submit. Because wait, so where are you all set? Is it in Toronto? Because I saw the Toronto time.
No, we're set in America. We're set in North Carolina.
Okay. Okay, because I
Yeah.
was confused at first because I was like, I didn't know that Canada also had the SAT because I know Canadian schools accept the SAT and the ACT for like American students. But yeah, 'cause I saw Toronto times. That's what I thought at first.
Of course. Yeah, no, no, I don't know why it shows that. We're NC based.
Hmm.
Yeah. But no, I think like I said, I think you can definitely hit your score. You'll get really close.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you.
but just looking at other people's results, like for sure, you'll get where you want.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Of
Let me
course. But do you have anything else that you got? Like any questions? Because I'm open to say anything.
I think I asked all my questions and thank you so much for I guess navigating me through the site and how the organization works. And I definitely will stay in touch. I'm probably just going to go over, I guess, site with my parents and inform them. And then, I would really like to join, so I'll ask, and they probably will let me join, considering like how they also really want me to get a high SAT score. So I'll just keep you all updated.
Of course. Yeah, no, I have your personal phone number, so I'll send you a text right after this.
Okay,
Just
perfect.
look out for that. There's gonna be like an automated one and one from me. And
Mhm.
so check out that. That's gonna be my personal phone number. Got any questions? Keep me updated through there. But
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
I mean, Lavinia, thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate your time. And
Yeah,
you have an
thank
amazing
you.
day. Yeah.
Thank you so
All right.
much, you too. Bye.